Our daughter needs a mother, not someone addicted to social media. Atlanta, Georgia, a city renowned for its vibrant culture, legendary hip-hop music, and a thriving African-American community full of talent and creativity. Amidst the dazzling colors of this lively city shines a rising star. Maya Thompson, 25 years old, affectionately known by everyone in Atlanta as the TikTok Queen. With over 12 million followers, Maya has become a symbol of a new generation of content creators, capturing the hearts of audiences not just in the US, but across the globe. Maya's videos are mesmerizing. From graceful dance moves exuding confidence and charm to bold, diverse, and sophisticated fashion styles. Audiences adore her radiant personality, humor, and down-to-earth vibe in her videos. Maya is more than just a content creator. She is a cultural phenomenon. She has become a role model for young women who dare to dream big and believe that the world is their stage. Maya's life seems like a dream everyone aspires to. Lucrative advertising deals worth hundreds of thousands of dollars with renowned brands are a regular occurrence. High-end photo shoots in New York studios and trips to Los Angeles for VIP events. All these are documented on TikTok, where she shares every luxurious moment with a glowing smile and sparkling eyes. Every time Maya appears in her videos, she radiates an intense positive energy that captivates viewers. The TikTok Queen of Atlanta has become a brand, not just a name. But what truly sets her apart is her natural ability to connect with her followers. Maya often live streams, answers fan questions, and shares little secrets about her daily life, making them feel close and connected to her. Behind the dazzling TikTok videos, however, lies a secret Maya tries to conceal. She lives with a constant fear, the fear of losing the perfect image and flawless appearance she has built. To Maya, TikTok is more than just a platform for entertainment. It's the essence of her life. If I'm no longer the Maya everyone loves, who will I be? This question often lingers in her mind when she looks in the mirror. Her alluring curves, toned abs, and youthful energy showcased in every video have become her identity. Something she believes she cannot afford to lose. The mere thought of her appearance being affected, whether by age or any other factor, feels like standing on the edge of an abyss. Born into an ordinary family in the suburbs of Atlanta, Maya always yearned for more. She dreamed of luxurious mansions, world travels, and a life free from financial worries. To Maya, TikTok was her ticket to that life. She poured all her time, energy, and passion into building a flawless image on social media. Maya worked tirelessly, often staying up until 3 a.m., editing videos, replying to comments, and brainstorming new ideas. "I can't let anything ruin this," she reminds herself daily. For her, every like, comment, and share is proof of her love and a step closer to her dream. Yet, the bright lights of fame come with the shadow of sacrifice. Maya gradually found herself distanced from family and friends. Weekend gatherings she once cherished were replaced with video shoots. Personal relationships faded as her mind was constantly occupied with TikTok statistics. Maya couldn't stop. She felt that if she stopped creating content, she would be forgotten. A prospect more terrifying than anything else. To Maya, fame is a beautiful flame, but one that can easily burn everything around it. A peaceful summer afternoon at Piedmont Park, Atlanta, where the soft glow of the setting sun drapes over ancient trees and the laughter of children blends with birdsong in the air. Amid this tranquil scene, Maya Thompson and her younger sister Layla sit on an old stone bench near the lake. It's a favorite spot of Layla's, a place to relax and connect. But for Maya, her mind seems never to escape the endless whirl of TikTok, not even for a moment. Layla, 23, is a gentle and thoughtful elementary school teacher. She's always been the one person who could have an honest conversation with Maya, pulling her sister back to reality whenever Maya drifted too far into her virtual world. But today, Maya's eyes are glued to her phone, her fingers endlessly scrolling, and her face etched with anxiety. "I don't get it, Layla," Maya sighs, finally putting her phone down though her eyes remain clouded with sorrow. If I lose this figure, I lose everything. TikTok is my entire world. I've worked tirelessly, day and night, to reach where I am. If my appearance changes, people will leave and I'll have nothing left. Maya's voice, usually bright and animated, is now weighed down by emotions she rarely reveals. Layla tilts her head, studying her sister. Maya, with over 12 million followers, always appears flawless in every video, but beneath that confident exterior, Layla can clearly see the insecurities gnawing away at her. Maya, you can't put your life on hold forever, Layla responds gently yet firmly. One day, you might want a family, children. Have you thought about that? Life isn't just about appearance. You have love, people who truly care about you beyond the numbers on a screen. Maya shakes her head, her eyes flaring with determination, as if defending the last stronghold of her identity. I can't take that risk, Layla, she says, her voice rising. I've invested too much in myself to get to this point. I can't let anything destroy that. Not marriage, not kids. I've already sacrificed so much, Layla. Maya looks at Layla, but her eyes seem unable to find the empathy she seeks. I'm not just an ordinary person anymore. I'm Maya Thompson, the TikTok queen. I have to maintain this image. If I fail, I'll lose everything I've worked for, and I can't let that happen. Layla watches her sister, her heart aching for the pain Maya refuses to acknowledge. She knows Maya has lived under the weight of her own expectations for so long that she can no longer see what truly matters. Layla says nothing more. She understands that Maya is too deeply entrenched in her virtual world to recognize the real value of her relationships. The silence between the sisters stretches, broken only by the rustling wind and distant sounds of children playing. It's not that Layla doesn't want to speak. She's simply waiting for the moment when Maya is ready to truly listen. After a while, Layla sighs softly and speaks again, this time in a gentler tone. You know, Maya, I'll always support you, but I want you to remember, the world doesn't see you only through a screen. You deserve to live a full life, unbound by the numbers on TikTok. Whenever you're ready, I'll always be here. Maya doesn't respond. She remains silent, but deep inside, Layla's words stir discomfort. Has she truly been sacrificing too much? These questions flicker in her mind, only to be quickly extinguished by the walls she's built to protect herself. That evening, Maya uploads a new TikTok video, an energetic dance filmed at Piedmont Park just hours earlier. But as she edits the video, she can't shake the memory of Layla's sorrowful gaze. Layla was right about something, but Maya isn't ready to face it yet. She convinces herself that if she just keeps going, everything will be fine. But will it? Atlanta sparkles like a bright jewel at night, and nowhere shines brighter than Buckhead, renowned for its luxurious mansions and lavish events. At a charity gala hosted at the opulent St. Regis Atlanta, Maya Thompson, the TikTok queen, entered, drawing stares like a true Hollywood star. Clad in a navy silk gown that hugged her figure, her radiant smile and confident aura made her the epitome of allure. Amidst the glitz and glamour, Maya's eyes accidentally locked onto a man near the bar, Jordan Carter, a real estate entrepreneur from Houston, Texas. Tall, with neatly styled black hair and a composed yet warm demeanor, Jordan's gaze seemed to carry a magnetic pull that made Maya momentarily flustered, a rare occurrence for her. Jordan, exuding confidence without arrogance, didn't take long to strike up a conversation with Maya. They quickly delved into discussions about careers, passions, and dreams. Maya, accustomed to men who only focused on her looks and fame, was taken aback by Jordan's genuine interest. He wasn't just captivated by her beauty, but also by her intelligence and strength. I've always believed true confidence comes from within, Jordan said, his eyes reflecting sincerity. And I see that in you, Maya. His words made Maya blush slightly, a rare reaction for someone who always seemed in control. While Jordan was clearly enchanted by Maya, his best friend Chris wasn't as enthusiastic. Chris, a straightforward and cautious man, observed Maya from a distance, unable to ignore his skepticism about her intentions. "Jordan, listen," Chris said as they stood by the bar, his tone serious. "She's beautiful, no doubt, but I've heard she's obsessed with TikTok. I'm not sure she's serious about a real relationship. You need to be careful." Jordan chuckled softly, taking a sip of his cocktail before replying. "I get your concern, Chris, but I think you don't see what I see. Maya isn't just a content creator. She's a strong, intelligent, and passionate woman. I want to give her a chance." Chris shrugged, holding back further comments, though a hint of worry lingered in his gaze. Ignoring all warnings, Jordan plunged wholeheartedly into his relationship with Maya. They dined at Buckhead's most luxurious restaurants, strolled hand in hand through Midtown's art galleries, and enjoyed serene afternoons in quaint cafes in Decatur. For the first time, Maya, who had always been obsessed with maintaining her perfect TikTok image, felt she could let her guard down. Jordan made her feel loved for who she truly was, not for her fame. Yet, even in these blissful moments, Maya couldn't entirely detach herself from TikTok. Every date came with photos or short videos uploaded to her social media. While Jordan didn't object, he began to notice that part of Maya's mind always seemed tethered to the digital world. After just a few months, Jordan decided Maya was the one he wanted to spend his life with. On a sunny afternoon in Savannah, Georgia, he took Maya to the riverfront where the breeze carried the salty scent of the sea. Unaware of Jordan's plan, Maya strolled along the cobblestone path, soaking in the romantic atmosphere. As they paused in front of a quaint cafe, Jordan suddenly knelt down, holding a small velvet box. The diamond inside sparkled brilliantly in the sunlight, a large stone set in a classic design. Stunned, Maya covered her mouth as Jordan began to speak. "Maya, you've made my world brighter from the moment I first met you. I don't want to see you only on a screen or from a distance. I want to build a life with you truly. Will you marry me?" In that moment, Maya looked into Jordan's eyes and saw not only love, but a life she had always dreamed of, one filled with luxury and warmth. "Yes," Maya replied brightly, tears streaming down her face. "Yes, I will." Applause and cheers erupted from onlookers as Jordan stood and embraced her tightly. But deep inside, a flicker of worry crossed Maya's mind. She knew that to maintain this life, she would have to hold on to her TikTok fame at any cost. This event marked not just a milestone in Maya's life, but also a turning point in her story. The life she had always dreamed of seemed within her grasp. But could she balance love and career? And would Jordan's love be strong enough to endure the challenges brought by Maya's obsession with fame? Maya and Jordan's wedding at a luxurious resort in Miami, Florida, was the epitome of opulence and romance. Photos of the beach ceremony, bathed in the golden hues of sunset and accompanied by the gentle sound of waves, became the center of attention on social media. Maya appeared like a goddess in a crystal-studded, figure-hugging wedding gown, hand in hand with Jordan, the man she believed would turn her lavish dreams into reality. Videos of the ceremony, where Maya and Jordan exchanged vows beneath an arch adorned with white flowers, quickly went viral. Thousands of shares and comments flooded TikTok and Instagram with well wishes from fans. As always, Maya reveled in the attention, feeling as though every spotlight was shining on her. However, once the fireworks faded and the blessings turned into memories, married life began to reveal its practical challenges. For Jordan, marriage was the first step toward building a family. He eagerly anticipated the next chapter of their lives, fatherhood. One evening, in their new home in a quiet neighborhood near Houston, Texas, Jordan sat beside Maya, gently holding her hands. "Maya, my love," he began, his deep voice warm but tinged with hesitation. "I can't stop thinking about our future. I really want us to have a family. I think it's time we talked about having kids." Maya froze for a moment, but she quickly masked her reaction, her eyes softening into their usual tenderness. "Darling, we just got married," she replied, her tone gentle but firm. "Let's enjoy our time together first. We have our whole lives ahead to think about that." Jordan, ever trusting and deeply in love with Maya, nodded in agreement. He thought that if this was what Maya wanted, he could wait. What he didn't know was that beneath her calm exterior, Maya was hiding a secret she couldn't bring herself to share. While Jordan dreamed of children's laughter filling their home, Maya was haunted by a completely different vision: the fear of sacrificing her figure and her career. To her, maintaining a toned, flawless body was the foundation of her TikTok fame. Maya secretly purchased birth control pills, hiding them carefully in her wardrobe drawer. Each time she took a pill, a pang of guilt crept in, but her fear of losing her career outweighed everything else. Jordan will understand someday, she told herself. But right now, I can't afford to disrupt my career. I've come too far to turn back. As time passed, Jordan's patience began to wane. He couldn't help but notice how Maya avoided the topic of children whenever he brought it up. One evening, as they sat together on their luxurious leather sofa, Jordan finally spoke, his voice tinged with a hint of suspicion. "Maya, are you sure you're not hiding something from me?" he asked, his eyes searching hers for answers. Maya felt her heart race, but she managed to maintain her composure. "Of course not, darling," she replied with a soft smile. "I just want to make sure we're both ready for such a big step. We have plenty of time, don't we?" Jordan nodded, but doubt lingered in his mind. "Maybe I'm overthinking," he told himself, trying to give Maya the benefit of the doubt. Yet a part of him couldn't shake the feeling that she was keeping something important from him. Despite his efforts to be patient, a growing distance began to emerge between them. Jordan, a man who deeply believed in genuine love and mutual understanding, felt a void he couldn't fill. Maya, though she loved Jordan, couldn't let go of her career and the perfect image she had built. She spent countless hours each day filming TikTok videos, responding to comments, and pursuing new collaboration opportunities. Whenever Jordan brought up the idea of starting a family, Maya skillfully steered the conversation elsewhere, leaving him feeling increasingly sidelined. One evening over dinner, Jordan made another attempt to discuss the matter. "Maya, I can't stop thinking about having kids. Have you thought about it? I just want to know that we're on the same page." This time, Maya found it harder to hide the tension within her, but instead of confronting the truth, she placed her hand over his and said, "Jordan, you mean everything to me. I promise we'll have kids, but just not yet. Let me enjoy this time a little longer, okay?" Jordan agreed, but this time, an unshakable unease settled in his heart. He loved Maya, but he began to wonder, is this love strong enough to withstand the secrets she's keeping? Meanwhile, Maya struggled daily with the conflict between love and ambition. She knew she couldn't keep hiding the truth from Jordan forever, but the fear of losing her TikTok career, a legacy she had poured her youth into, kept her from facing reality. Neither realized that the secrets and doubts were slowly creating cracks in their seemingly perfect marriage. And one day, everything would come crashing down. On a sweltering afternoon in Dallas, Texas, Maya Thompson's home buzzed with the clatter of kitchen utensils and the bright glow of studio lights. Maya, the TikTok queen, was hosting a live cooking stream, attracting thousands of viewers worldwide. With her radiant smile and playful banter, she stood in her kitchen preparing a fan-favorite dish: crispy fried chicken. "Do you see this golden perfection?" Maya asked, holding up a pot of sizzling hot oil for the camera. "This is the secret to making my chicken flawless." Viewers flooded the comments with compliments, praising her cooking skills and captivating charm. As always, Maya felt on top of the world, basking in a spotlight that seemed to never dim. While Maya was engrossed in the screen replying to comments, she didn't notice her toddler daughter, Nia, just a few steps away. The nearly 2-year-old, placed in a playpen in the living room, had wandered into the kitchen, drawn by the sizzling sounds and tantalizing aroma. With her wide eyes and innocent smile, Nia toddled closer to the stove. Her tiny hands reached out to touch the edge of the counter, where the pot of hot oil rested precariously. In a fleeting, tragic moment, the pot tipped over, sending a wave of scalding oil cascading onto her delicate body. Nia's piercing scream shattered the serene facade of the live stream. Maya, standing mere steps away, froze in shock as she turned to see her daughter lying on the floor, her fragile skin blistered from the burns. For a moment, time seemed to stand still as Maya remained rooted in place, her mind utterly blank. The live stream audience, still watching, flooded the screen with frantic comments. "What was that? What's happening? That sounded like a child crying. Maya, are you okay? Why aren't you answering?" But Maya heard nothing except Nia's cries, which jolted her out of her daze. She rushed to her daughter, scooping her up, unaware that remnants of the hot oil on Nia's clothes were now burning her own hands. Still in a state of panic, Maya fumbled to end the live stream. In her haste, she dropped her phone, leaving the camera rolling as thousands of viewers witnessed the chaos unfolding in her kitchen. Some were horrified, while others quickly turned to judgment. Maya ran to the bathroom, holding Nia under cool running water in a desperate attempt to ease her pain. The sound of Nia's anguished cries echoed in the small space, pushing Maya to the brink of collapse. Shaking, she grabbed her phone and dialed 911, her voice trembling as she spoke. "My daughter's been burned. Please hurry. We need an ambulance." After hanging up, Maya realized she needed to call her husband, Jordan, but her shaking hands couldn't press the numbers. Every second felt like an eternity, and one question kept repeating in her mind. How could I let this happen? While Maya stayed at the hospital with Nia, a storm brewed on social media. Clips from the live stream were downloaded and shared across platforms. Hashtags like #MayaThompson and #TikTok. Mum Fail trended on Twitter and TikTok. The online community was divided. Some expressed sympathy, calling it a tragic accident, but most were harshly critical, accusing Maya of neglect. Her daughter got burned because she was too busy chasing TikTok views. Maya shouldn't be a mum. If this is parenting, it's better not to have kids at all. When Jordan received Maya's frantic call, he rushed to the hospital. On his way, his phone buzzed incessantly with messages from friends and colleagues who had seen the video. Upon arriving, he found Nia covered in bandages and Maya slumped in a chair, her head in her hands. "Maya, how could you let this happen?" Jordan demanded, his voice heavy with both anger and pain. "Our daughter needed you, and you were too busy with social media to notice what was going on." Maya burst into tears, her face wet with guilt and regret. She tried to explain, but deep down, she knew Jordan was right. The woman who had always been in control of her life now faced a bitter truth. She had traded her daughter's safety for the fleeting glamour of TikTok. Maya's story became not just a cautionary tale for her, but for parents everywhere. Social media fame, no matter how dazzling, cannot replace the responsibility and love owed to one's family. Though Maya had millions of followers, she now had to confront what truly mattered in life: her daughter, Nia, and the family she was on the verge of losing. The question remained, could Maya salvage what was left? Or would the backlash and her guilt leave permanent scars? The heartbreaking story of Nia's accident spread like wildfire across the internet, becoming a hot topic not just on TikTok, but on Twitter, Instagram, and major media platforms. Hashtags like #MayaThompsonFail, #TikTokMumNeglect, and #Mother-or-Influencer flooded feeds. Public outrage blazed like a wildfire, growing unchecked. Criticism from the online community poured in relentlessly. Fans who once adored Maya turned into her harshest critics. Comments brimming with anger and disdain dominated the discussion. Mother of the Year or Queen of Negligence? If she cared less about TikTok and more about her child, this wouldn't have happened. The price you pay for being addicted to social media. Clips from Maya's live stream, capturing the chaotic moments in her kitchen, were downloaded and shared everywhere. Some people even added mocking soundtracks to the videos, turning the tragedy into viral memes. However, there were also voices of empathy, arguing that it was an unfortunate accident and pleading for less judgment. Yet their words were drowned out by the overwhelming wave of condemnation. Maya, once a beloved star, had become a target for millions of angry voices. At home, the once happy atmosphere of their family now felt heavy and suffocating. When Jordan learned the full details of the incident, his anger surged. For him, the most painful aspect wasn't just Nia's injury, but the fact that Maya, the woman he trusted as a mother, had allowed her social media career to overshadow her responsibilities. One evening, as Nia lay asleep in her hospital bed after hours of painful treatments, Jordan sat across from Maya in the dimly lit living room. His eyes were filled with disappointment and fury. "How could you let this happen, Maya?" he growled, his voice low but full of emotion. "Our daughter needs a mother, not someone addicted to social media." Maya, usually strong and quick to defend herself against criticism, couldn't maintain her composure. She broke down, sobbing uncontrollably, her tears streaming down her face. Her shoulders shook as if the weight of public outrage and her guilt were crushing her all at once. "Jordan, I'm sorry," she choked out, her voice hoarse. "I never wanted this to happen. I just didn't know how to balance it all." But her apology did little to ease Jordan's pain. He stood pacing back and forth, trying to contain his emotions. "Balance?" he repeated, his tone sharp with bitterness. "You call ignoring our daughter during a live stream balance? Maya, you're letting this online world destroy our family." Jordan's words struck Maya like a knife to the heart. She knew he was right. She knew she had let the allure of social media blind her to what truly mattered. But she didn't know how to fix her mistakes. "Oh, Jordan, please," she pleaded, her tear-filled eyes looking up at him. "Give me another chance. I'll change, I promise. We can get through this together." But Jordan remained silent, his gaze no longer carrying the warmth Maya once knew. "Maya," he finally said, his voice quiet but resolute. "I don't know if I can trust you again. I don't know if this family can ever go back to what it was." His words felt like a sentence, carving a deeper rift between them. That night, Maya sat alone in the living room, tears silently falling as she stared at her phone. It was the device that had once brought her everything: fame, career, and adoration. But now it had taken away her husband's trust and her daughter's safety. Online, the hashtags continued to trend, and the social media outrage showed no signs of abating. Many brands that had partnered with Maya began re-evaluating their relationships with her, with some even publicly announcing they were cutting ties. Maya's response to this incident does not align with our values, one prominent brand posted on Twitter, adding even more pressure on Maya. It felt as though the entire world was turning against her. Maya knew that if she didn't act soon, she risked losing not just her career but her family as well. As Nia slowly recovered, Maya began to confront a question she had avoided for too long. Who am I without TikTok? It was a question that defined not just her career but her identity as a mother and a wife. Maya knew she had to change, not just to salvage her family but to rediscover herself. The real challenge lay ahead. Could Maya weather the storm of public backlash, or was it already too late? More importantly, could she find a way to prioritize her family over everything else? Or would the cracks in her marriage and her life prove impossible to mend? Maya sat alone in the quiet living room, the soft glow of a table lamp highlighting the weariness and regret etched on her face. On the table lay her phone, a device that had once been a bridge between her and millions of fans, but now served as a painful reminder of all she had lost. In the next room, Nia slept soundly, her burns slowly healing, though Maya knew the scars of that day would remain in their hearts forever. For Maya, this was more than a moment of reflection. It was a pivotal point in her life. A choice loomed before her that would shape her future, her family, and the path she would walk. Would it be family or fame? Could she even have both? Realizing she couldn't navigate this crisis alone, Maya sought the help of a therapist. For the first time in her life, she allowed herself to be vulnerable before someone else. "I don't even know who I've become," Maya confessed during her first session, her voice trembling and her eyes brimming with tears. I love my daughter, but I'm terrified of losing everything I've worked so hard to achieve. I don't know how to balance both." The therapist, a warm and compassionate woman, listened patiently before responding. "Maya, your career is important, but it's not everything. The things that truly define you, love, family, mental health, those are the foundations of who you are. If you continue chasing perfection on social media, you'll lose not only yourself, but also those who love you." The words struck a deep chord in Maya, but also brought a sense of relief. For the first time, she realized that her relentless pursuit of fame had turned her into someone even she didn't recognize. "I've let TikTok control my life," Maya thought to herself, "but now I want to take back control." Determined to change, Maya began spending more time with Nia. She focused on small but meaningful moments, reading books with her daughter, taking walks in the nearby park, and simply being present. These little acts reminded Maya that true joy wasn't found in likes or views, but in Nia's smile and Jordan's loving, albeit wary, gaze. Maya also decided to change her approach to social media. Instead of showcasing a curated, flawless life, she began sharing her real story, her mistakes, her lessons, and her journey to rediscover herself. A new video appeared on her TikTok channel, but this time, it wasn't a glamorous dance or an elaborate meal. It was a candid shot of Maya sitting on the sofa, holding Nia in her arms, her eyes looking directly into the camera. "I've made so many mistakes," Maya began, her voice shaky but sincere. "I let fame overshadow what truly matters in life. I hurt my family, especially my daughter. But I want to change. I don't want to pretend to be perfect anymore because no one is. I just want to be a better mother and a better person." Maya's video quickly garnered millions of views. The reactions were mixed, but many began to empathize with her. "Thank you for sharing your truth, Maya. This is the most real video I've ever seen. My mum struggled to balance work and family too. Your story touched me deeply. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is that you're trying to fix them. However, some were less forgiving. An apology doesn't erase what happened to Nia. She's just trying to save her career." For the first time, Maya didn't let the negative comments affect her. She knew the road ahead would be challenging, but she was determined to keep moving forward. At home, Maya worked to rebuild her relationship with Jordan. Initially, he kept his distance, but slowly, her consistent efforts began to soften his resolve. One evening, as the three of them sat together in the living room, Jordan looked at Maya, a hint of warmth returning to his eyes. "I see you're trying," he said, "and I know it's not easy. But if we're going to move past this, I need to see more. Not just words, but actions." Maya nodded, her eyes welling up with tears. "I understand, Jordan. I won't let you and Nia down again." Maya's journey culminated in a poignant moment, standing before the camera with Nia in her arms, her gaze steady yet filled with both remorse and resolve. Her final words carried a weight that extended beyond her audience, serving as a reminder to herself as well. Fame may come and go, but family, the people who truly love you, are what matter most. Always put them first. I learned this lesson the hardest way possible, and I hope none of you ever have to. This time, Maya wasn't chasing numbers. She was chasing something far more meaningful, a chance to rebuild her family and rediscover the person she truly wanted to be. Thank you for joining us on today's journey. If you're part of the African American community, remember that you carry and celebrate a rich cultural heritage filled with strength and resilience. These stories are more than just memories from the past. They are invaluable lessons that connect us to our roots and shape our future. Every folktale we share is a thread in the fabric of our cultural legacy, reminding us of who we are and where we come from. Let's ensure these stories are not only remembered, but also honored and passed down to future generations. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What lesson did today's story bring to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you felt moved or inspired, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with friends, family, or anyone you think will appreciate its message. Together, we can spread these stories across the United States and beyond. Let's preserve this incredible legacy and keep our history alive for generations to come. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with another tale of wisdom, courage, and the enduring strength of our community.